This video right here has been fully generated by AI. Yes, there's been no filmmaker, no After Effects, no animations, absolutely anything done by a human or a professional during this process. Everything has been generated by code by Claude. And you can do this exact same thing, make any professional video that you want without having any experience in filmmaking, any experience in editing, any experience with Premiere or any of these fancy softwares, and of course, without having to write a single line of code. Why? Because Claude is going to write all of the code for you, and you're not even going to have to look at the code. You're just going to see the final video, give your feedback in plain and natural language, and you're going to end up with the perfect video that you want. So without any further ado, let me show you exactly how we're going to do this. Now, for this video, we're going to be using two different things. Number one, we're going to use Claude, and number two, we're going to use Remotion. In particular, we're going to use the Remotion skill. First of all, let's go into my laptop. What exactly is Remotion? Well, we have it right here. Remotion basically allows us to make videos through code. So it's going to generate code for you, and that code is going to be transformed into a video. Like I said, you do not need to know how to code. You don't even have to look at the code in order to do this, because Claude is going to make the code for us. What we're going to do is we're going to install the Remotion skill in Claude. Now, quick reminder in case you have forgotten, what exactly is a skill? Well, think of a skill as a capability, a specific set of instructions on how to perform a task that you're going to give to Claude, okay? So, like I said, number one, we're going to need Remotion. We're not going to have to log in, create an account, nothing like that. And we're going to need a Claude account. We are going to need this. Now, with Claude, we have two different options. Number one, we can use it on the browser, like you're seeing right now. Or if you prefer, and like I'm going to do, you can download it onto your desktop and use the desktop version. Both of them are going to work exactly the same. If you use the desktop version, you're going to go to the code section right here. And if you decide to use the web version, you're just going to open the sidebar, click on code. It's just going to open a code tab, and you're going to be in the exact same spot. Okay, that's basically it. Now, once we have arrived here, the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to install the Remotion skill. Now, I've already done that to save time. It took about 10 minutes, but literally I just said, please install the Remotion skill to generate videos with code. It said, hey, you don't have that skill. Would you like me to create it for you? And I said, yes. And here's the entire process. It took about maybe 7 to 8 minutes to prepare the whole thing. I didn't have to do absolutely anything, just give a few permissions, and the skill was created and installed. Now, Claude knows exactly how it needs to generate the code in order for us to generate a video together. Okay, so that's step one. Literally, just open a new session and write this. Please install the Remotion skill to generate videos with code. And Claude is going to take care of everything. Okay, so we're going to open a new session, and the first thing I'm going to ask, I'm just going to double check that I actually, in fact, have the skill. Because like I said, I just created it before. So, do I have the Remotion skill to generate videos with code? Let's double check. Yes, you have the Remotion skill available, which lets you create, edit, and render videos with code. Fantastic. Perfect. So now the next thing that we're going to do is we are going to actually get to work, and we're going to create our first video. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is, and we're going to create a new session. And the first thing you're going to make sure is that you have the right folder connected. So when we're working with Claude Code, and it's the same thing with CodeWork, we need to give it a space to work within. So in my case, I'm using local, meaning I'm using my device. I'm hosting this on my device. And I've created a folder called Claude Video. It's just, I could have called it anything. You just right click on your device, new folder, and you call it, in this case, I decided to call it like that, okay? And this is where I'm gonna put all of the assets that we're gonna be using, okay? So that's the first thing. We're gonna make sure that we have this set up correctly. Now, next thing that we're gonna do is we're going to decide what we're gonna do for our video. So let me tell you the exact example that I want to follow. And that is that I'm gonna make a software video. We're going to do a video on Nubian AI, which for those of you who don't know it, is basically a tool in which we can create our own chatbots. So we can create a chatbot trained with AI that answers any question that any user has about a website or anything. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a few screenshots. So I'm going to take this screenshot of the home page, and I'm going to name this home page. Fantastic. Then I'm just going to log in. I'm going to take another screenshot, in this case, of the dashboard, and I'm going to name it dashboard. Okay, then we can also see our chatbots here. I'm going to click on this one. I'm going to go to its training, sources, and I'm going to take a screenshot of the settings. In this case, as you can see, this is a Nike agent. So we gave it the Nike website. So it's trained with all the information from the website. We'll take another screenshot here and call it chatbot settings. There we go. Now we're going to test the agent, actually, just so that we can see. There we go. Here's the agent. I'm going to say, hi, what is your most sold running shoe, for example? Okay. And as it generates the answer, I'm going to take a screenshot so we can see live how this chatbot works. So I'm just going to select a portion of the screen. Going to let it reply. Scanning the whole website now, getting this information. There we go, there's the answer. So Nike's most sold running shoes are the Nike Air Zoom Pegasus. Perfect. I'm going to take that screenshot. That's going to be a live example. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a screenshot of Nubian AI's logo, and I'm going to call it Nubian AI logo. Okay, so these screenshots that I just took, I'm going to add them to my folder, the folder that we just saw before, the one we're going to be using, which is this one right here, the Claude video folder. And I'm going to name them what I just said: homepage, dashboard, settings, live example, and logo. Okay, and once I've done that, I have already prepared this in advance to make the video smoother for you guys. We're going to add our prompt in there. Okay, so use the Remotion skill to create a product presentation for Nubian AI. About Nubian AI, and here is some information about the business: an automation and artificial intelligence platform for businesses that helps teams automate responsive tasks, manage workflows, and connect tools without needing to code. These are the assets available, like we said: homepage, dashboard, chatbot settings, live example, and logo. Video specifications: horizontal for YouTube, 15-second duration, 30 frames per second. We're going to do 4 scenes in the end, 4 scene structure. So this is scene 1, Nubian logo entrance animation. Scene 2, transition to the app screenshot. Scene 3, fade out to black, the logo appears. And in this case, scene 4, transition to a call to action to try Nubian for free. Visual style: use a dark palette background with our color code. Okay, so this is the exact code for the logo. No music for now, no unnecessary additional text. Okay, so we're just going to hit enter just like that. And we're going to let Claude do its magic. So let's remember the steps that we've done so far. Number 1, we have installed the Remotion skill. We have created it, actually, as a matter of fact. Claude has done that for us. Took about 8 minutes, like I said. Pretty simple. The next thing is we decided what we wanted to make our video on. In my case, it was Nubian AI. So I took a few screenshots to give it to Claude, to give it reference point. So first, go to the homepage, add these frames, add this transition here, here's my logo, and all of that. Next, I prepared a prompt. These prompts, by the way, guys, you can prepare them with AI. You can explain what you're trying to do. Hey, I'm using Claude Code. I've connected it with the Remotion skill. I'm going to create code to generate a video. I would like a video about this software, and I want to show these 5 things. Please prepare the prompt for me. And it's going to do it. And you can just copy and paste it right here. And then we're just going to let Claude do its magic, and we're going to have to wait a bit. Okay, so we're going to give it a few seconds. I'll update you throughout the process, because at this point, we need to let the tools work and get to it. And once we have something to show you, we'll come back and show you the progress. Okay, so the first thing it asked me after about 2-3 minutes: allow Claude to run install Remotion and React dependencies. We're going to give permission, and again, we're going to let it work. Okay, and about after a minute and a half, it's already done. Okay, and here we have the result. It says, here is each scene. It gives me a description, and then it literally opened up in my browser the following tab, okay, which we can see here, the editor, so that we can test it out. So I haven't watched it yet. We're going to watch it together for the first time. And yeah, let's full screen. Let's hit play, and let's check it out. So we have that Nubian transition right there. Then we have our homepage, automate, connect, scale. All right. NubianAI.com. Try Nubian for free for 14 days. Okay, so first things first. This is just our initial video. I'm honestly going to give feedback because I'm not the biggest fan. I want to make it a bit more dynamic. I want the transitions to look better. This literally looks like a PowerPoint transition. It's also a bit slow. The logo comes out. It's frozen for a second. Again, I did ask it, hey, I want this to last 3 seconds, and maybe that's too long. So we're going to give some feedback, and we're just going to ask for a change in plain, natural, simple English. And that's the best part, right? First of all, we haven't had to code all of this or edit it or anything like that. But the best part is, now that we have the result, we're just going to give feedback. I'm going to say, I'm going to give you some feedback. To give you some feedback to make changes to the video. The video feels slow. I want you to make it faster, make slower scenes such as logo transitions, shorter. I want the video to be more alive and dynamic. Add more motion and transitions. I want you to show more of the product. In this case, Nubian, right? Use the screenshots provided in the folder. So use the dashboard, the settings, the chatbot settings, live example, etc. All right. Yeah, make the video. Yeah, that's it. I'm just gonna go with these 3 feedback pointers. I think this is good. And again, we're just gonna let it work. It's probably gonna take, let's say, another 2 minutes, but it's gonna do it for us. Okay, so let's give it a few minutes. Let's let it work, and we'll come back once the video is ready. Okay, so it's done. It took about 6 minutes, and first of all, it gave me a new scene. So instead of 4 scenes, it's doing 7, and it gave me a few changes with the before and after. Okay, and within the exact same tab, let's check out the new result. Okay, so we have our logo once again, automate, connect, scale. I like more the mobility, how it's showing different parts, okay? Giving us the homepage, the chatbot builder, so it's showing all the elements that I liked. This is live in action with the agent, Nubian AI, and then a call to action. Try Nubian for free for 14 days. Okay, perfect. Still, I would give this a bit more feedback. So, and also that's another thing, by the way, I could make a few things last a bit longer. For example, I want this to be a bit longer, the call to action. So let's see if I can drag it to myself, or if I'm going to need to ask for the code. Okay, we're gonna do one last feedback trial, and that's going to be it. So I'm gonna say final feedback, make the, or actually, can I just delete this? No, okay, I need to edit directly from the code. Okay, that's fine. So let's, I'm going to say, eliminate the outro logo. I'm going to say eliminate the outro logo, make scenes, I'm going to make them a bit shorter. This is scenes 3, 4, and 5. Make scenes 3, 4, and 5 2.5 seconds long instead of 3.5. Actually, okay, let's do this. Scenes 3 and 4, okay. These ones right here, from 3.5 to 2.5, and the live example from 2.5 to 2. Okay, make scene 5 2 seconds long instead of 2.5. Okay, that's gonna be our final feedback. We're gonna let it work, and then we're gonna see the final video together, and we'll end it there. Okay, there we go. It literally took a minute, no time at all. So let's go back into it and see if we are ready. Let's scroll back here. Let's watch the video from the start. There we go. Full screen this. And let's hit play. So there's our logo, fantastic, automate, connect, scale. Here is our workflow automation, slightly shorter, AI chatbot builder, fantastic, a live example of the agent, call to action. Fantastic, guys. So there we have it, a quick video that we have made in basically 10 minutes just by giving it a few prompts, a bit of text. Whenever we wanted to change, we just explained it here in simple English, make this shorter, eliminate this, add that. And there we go, we have a professional video that we just made for free without the need of any fancy software, without the need of any professional. And if I've done this live with you, you can do it as well. So if you enjoyed this video, let's do a quick reminder of what we have learned. We've learned how to create a skill, which we did at the beginning. We also saw how we can use this particular skill and how we can make a video by just explaining in plain simple English what we want to do and adding a few screenshots, okay? And if you found this interesting and want to learn more about AI, I have 2 things for you. Number 1 is that we host a free class every single week of the year, and you can sign up completely for free by looking at the information you're going to find in the description of this video. And number 2, remember to subscribe and add the notifications bell if you want to be notified. We're uploading 2 videos every single week, and you can learn a lot of things for free just by being tuned in by activating that notification sound. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the free classes and in the next video. Take care, guys.